enough spare parts to build 2 of several of your Rachi.
Man, I can't believe Shark Week is a week-long Christian festival now. Those are the first things anyone's gonna hear. You talk saying you have enough spare parts to build another Rockshi, and me with the Shark Week.
The people tuning in are going to be so confused. Alright, while you're setting up, I'm going to take a quick break to get myself ready. I need to
Okay.
top off my water.
Alrighty. Hello, Internet. Welcome back to the stream. Vegas Bear here as always. And it sounds like we're about to be joined by Mekumon. Alright, so today's Friday. Y'all know what that means. Also, I got a new Transformer. Well, two, actually. Cosmos and Bumblebee. I have yet to actually open Bumblebee. There's the boy himself. Weapons. Why are the weapons always the hardest part of the Transformer to get out of the packaging? Ever since they started, like, wrapping them up in this paper. There we go. Bumblebee's blaster. And we're good. Yo, what up, AJ? Just waiting on Mekumon to come back. While I'm doing that, Well, while we're waiting for Mekumon. Last time on Fallout 3, we did some stuff. Honestly, don't remember most of what we did. Oh, I think we helped out at the manor. We got a side quest to look to investigate the weird ass cult. Oh! And then we finished the Chinese spy mission. And then we found, was it Blackthorn Hall? Oh yeah, I'm also addicted to medics. Yeah, Black Hall.
I'm back. Sorry for the wait.
Yeah, you're okay. We just started.
Slow you down. Should have stayed home, boy.
I love how the tracker's coming at me with a melee weapon, but the brawler is coming at me with a gun.
What do you think? The names were given to the wrong guy.
Exactly.
So here's some Ben 10 trivia for you. The reboot actually explains why Vilgax knows so much about the Omnitrix by having that new version of old Squid Face be Abbott's original assistant.
Oh!
One of a handful of changes, I believe, actually he improved things a little. Because with that in mind, suddenly him knowing so much about the watch makes a ton more sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he routinely demonstrates how much knowledge he has of the watch, instead of just, you know, the one time in his debut. Another thing I'll give the reboot is, they actually did try to give their version of the watch more features that weren't there in Classic. So, which I've decided to adapt for my own.
Okay.
For instance, have you noticed that, hey, Ben rarely ever tried to pull up on the dial instead of pressing the button in Classic?
What?
Well, when Ben wanted to use the Omnitrix, instead of pulling up on the dial, he pressed the button to pop it up.
Huh.
So the reboot goes, you know, what would have happened if he did just pull on it? Lo and behold, it's like a phone's lock screen, where he could just directly create playlists.
Oh, shit.
Manage which aliens were in and out of rotation that way.
I'm assuming he only used
Which,
that for
again-
one episode.
To my knowledge, Reboot Ben used this a couple of times.
Oh.
Because if there's anything the Reboot did that I appreciate, it's even when Ben unlocked new aliens, they kept the roster to a closed 10 by rotating aliens in and out. For instance, you'll get upgraded Season 1, but by Season 2, you'll rotate him out for, like, Wrath and so on.
Interesting.
I'm not giving actual examples of what the show did, I'm just picking aliens at random. But, like, you get my point.
Yep.
Like, the reboot could have been amazing. It just feels unfinished. Because they have some really cool ideas, but they don't ever let them bake in the oven for long enough. Like, the Omnitrix having different features based upon what else would be found in its original plot. Like, in the reboot verse, there were some keys that were used to unlock new features. One of which was, like, altering the uniforms to allow the aliens to fight in space.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
They had some dumbass toy names, but hey, it was largely driven by selling merchandise this reboot, so I can forgive it to an extent. Not like we who grew up with the various Transformers gimmicks were any better. Yes, I called out my own fandom. What of it?
Damn Transformer fans, they ruined Transformers.
Yes, we are contentious people. You still made an enemy for life, though.
Found the book.
There y'all is.
You had a fucking BB gun. What the fuck were you gonna do?
You know, on the note of really toyetic choices, here's one for you that I still think really brilliant. So, to bring up Bionicle one more time and keep it as brief as I can to prevent another long-winded ramble. When it came to the main sets of any given year, what fans have grown to call the canister sets of the wave,
Mm-hmm.
the packaging the toy came in was part of the play pattern. This didn't originate with Bionicle, it originated with the Slicers or Throwbot, depending on which part of the world you were when that line released. But in the case of Bionicle, not only was it part of the play pattern, those boxes, or canisters rather, the plastic tubes you'd find your main 6 sets of the given release wave in, they were part of the lore.
I remember that.
In 2001, for example, the canisters you would get the original Tella in were actually the ones they came to the island in. Might want to watch your health, by the way.
Yep.
And they pulled double duty. The lid of the canisters were the Suvas upon which the Tella would store their collected mass. The Suvas, for those who don't know, again, keeping this as brief as I can, were shrines dedicated to each Tella that were found in each village. They are apparently also part of an island-wide teleportation network. It's very limited, you can only get to very specific locations that the is connected to, but it is one. Set in place for in case of video game adaptation. A Toa can choose to meditate by their Suva to recharge their elemental energy faster, use the Suva to teleport to whatever connected Suvas in other locations on the island are. And here's the coolest part. So without a Suva, a Toa would have to carry their masks in, like, you know, your typical pouch or bag and manually swap the mask. A Toa with a Suva can just think and summon the mask. That same teleportation gimmick allows the Toa to teleport the mask they're currently wearing to the Suva, and the mask they are trying to use will be teleported directly up to their face.
So it's like an equip screen.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
It's really neat. (2002's Toa Nuva), their canisters were, well, the part that was actually intended for the lore is, once again, the lids, as opposed to the entire thing. So, recall how I mentioned that the Year 1 canister lids were used as the Suvas, where you could attach 6 Toa heads via the little neck axles to store each mask on the Suva.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Toa Nuva ones have been redesigned to have 8 axle slots. Why 8? Because if you had 8 axles with 8 compatible heads, you could store the prana you collected for your Balrog on them.
Ooh.
As in 2002, the Toa were collecting the miscellaneous prana in order to get into the Balrog's nest in the first place. Speaking of the Balrog,
Oh, let me tell this one.
their
because-
canisters...
I know this one. Let me tell it.
Alright.
So, the Balrog canisters, keep in mind, I've not played with these since when they first came out, but like the canisters were designed to look like the what's the word?
The hibernation pods.
Yes, the hibernation pods they came in. In fact, there was an extra piece with each Balrog.
Balrog.
I'm thinking of Mortal Kombat. What the fuck? Oh, Baraka would hate it in Bionicle because he can't eat anything.
Yeah, not technically. In the Tor universe, even the organic parts are synthetic.
All right, so each bow rock came with a special like piece that you could attach to the lid, I believe, and then
Attach one end to the lid of the canister and the other to the Borok itself.
you could put them back into the canister, and it'd be like they were in their pods, in their hibernation pods.
Even better, they were designed to stack.
I did not know that.
And the paper on the front and back was designed to peel off so you could see the Borok in there. So you could stack all 6, whether it be in 3 rows of 2, 2 rows of 3, or if you were especially crazy, 1 row of 6, and have them all hibernating like that.
That's awesome.
Oh, and here's a little gut shot to go with our nostalgia. These things would have been about $7 at retail.
Oh man.
They were purposely designed to army build. Which especially works in the favor of the Balrog because they're clearly referred to as a swarm for a reason. We'll move forward a little bit to 2003, and I will just say the Balrog Hall reused everything from the original Balrog, even with the new pieces they added, which included the canister gimmick. And now we get to the rock sheet, which is where things get real neat. The rock sheet basically repurposed the Balrog canister gimmick, but instead of hanging from the top, well, it's like they're... Okay, so... I need to dip a little bit back into the lore to explain how a rock sheet is created. Because that's what's going on here. So, to create a rock sheet, a Makuta, not the Makuta, a Makuta, would take a piece of themselves and solidify it into a Krata, a little slug creature.
Mm-hmm.
I will not go into the collectibles thing with them again, just know that it was a headache and a half. To create a rock sheet, this Krata would be dipped into a substance called energized protodermis. This substance could transform a thing on contact or destroy it on contact, depending on its own individual destiny. Back at the end of 2002, the Toa Mata had been dropped into a vat of the stuff and emerged as a Toa Nuva. By dipping a Krata into this thing, a sort of hibernation tube of its own is forged. And in this cocoon, the Krata starts to grow and change, becoming less organic, more like an empty suit of armor. Once it is finished, a second Krata is placed inside of the new suit of armor, and the Rockshi is brought to life.
They attacked while I slept. I don't expect to survive. I only pray that...
The Rockshi's canister sets were these very tubes in which the suits of armor were being transformed from their original Krata.
There is one way to utterly
Damn.
destroy the Grifbeknir.
They were metal as hell!
Far north of Point Lookout, in the capital wasteland, seek a place called Dunwich. Within is an obelisk, itself a wicked thing.
This gimmick would similarly return for the Vaki set 2004.
To its surface. May God
So during what
shed his blessings
we call
upon
either the flashback years or the Metro
Make haste
Saga, depending on who you
to
ask,
it. My God.
we're introduced to
Sorry for
these
all my sins
robotic law
and
enforcement units called
in choosing to do
as Metro Nui.
failing
Keep in mind, this
good.
is supposed to be like 1,000 years in the past. Metro Nui was shown to be a technological marvel.
Who I
Despite being 1,000 years in the past, it is significantly more technologically advanced than the other Matsunui had ever gotten. And keep in mind, this is a place with teleporting shrine. Like, this looked like your standard sci-fi city, complete with hover vehicles. Chutes made of liquid protodermis that were used to transport goods. Or occasionally, some foolhardy Matoran would use it as a system. The act was called shoot jumping, and it was made illegal for multiple reasons. Not the least of which being, if you jump into one at the wrong time, you'd splat on the electromagnetic force that was used to contain these things, and it would break a lot of pieces. Matoran have died because of this.
So it's the Matoran equivalent of the Tide Pod Challenge. Got it.
Only, there's actually a practical purpose to it if you manage to succeed. Unlike Tide Pods. So, the Vaki, whom, by the way, I should note that their tagline was surrender or run. Well, air canisters were the charging stations that Vaki could be seen in when they were not active.
Let's see what you got to trade.
I wouldn't head home yet if I were you.
I gotta take care of the book.
Right. Just keep an eye on the ferryman. I don't trust him.
I don't think anyone here trusts
So,
him.
the telemetry sets for that year, once again, it's not the canister itself, but the lid that they want you to pay attention to. You could connect two of these telemetry canister lids together, and you'll get this weird little ball thing. Spoiler alert for a 20-year-old book and movie. Because these spheres are plot relevant. In fact, more so than plot relevant, they're plot critical. So, these spheres were used to contain captured Matoran,
Welcome to the Duchess of Captains.
erase their memories, and through use of chemicals injected via the downgrade them to a weakened state, so that Makuta Pterodax, via the Mask of Time can fast forward 1,000 years or however long. Fast forwarding to the point where he programmed the pods to naturally awaken the Matoran and take over Metru Nui. These pods were the backbone of his plan. Now, the virus that would have sent Masanui to sleep had already been in motion for about 3 centuries by this point. These pods served the double purpose of preparing the Matoran for Makuta Pterodax's rule, and preparing them from the great cataclysm that was about to happen. And I do mean cataclysm. So, you want to know something kind of funny about how the Legends of Metru Nui movie?
What?
I did set out that spoiler alert. Matanui is already falling asleep from the minute the movie begins.
Oh boy.
The instant Vakana starts telling that story, and we see Metru Nui itself, Matanui is already passing out and falling from orbit. We've established that Matanui was, in fact, a giant robot.
Mm-hmm.
From the moment the flashback and the movie proper begins, Matanui is already falling asleep and falling from orbit to crash land on the ocean moon of Aqua Magna. People... Let me put it to you this way. This was not lost on anybody when the movie first came out, but we were questioning the significance of this. Why the sky had 2 suns? And why, when Makuta's plan kicked in, they eclipsed like a pair of eyes closing.
Oh. Those were Matanui's eyes, aren't they?
If not literally, they were symbolic of them. Because you want to know what... Like, some people have been theorizing about what Matsui truly was for years. And they were only sort of subtle with those hints. The fact that it took the majority of 8 years to put that together is hilarious.
All the way out here. Dad's been a little nuts for some time now, but not like this. Leaving me in that crappy old
But
hospital without waking me.
when you look back with the context of what Matsui is,
Selling the meds we scrounged to have kept
it's right in your face.
for weeks. Now I'm almost out of rations, my shoes.
Makuta shouts, and now even the Great Spirit will soon
Headed south.
sleep right before that eclipse.
Hello? Spam.
Maybe I shouldn't have waited so damn long to start tracking it. Trail's gone cold. I'm gonna wander with these guys a while.
Fucking
Say they
spam
wandered
callers.
here. Maybe somebody's seen Dad.
To finish my train of thought without getting back into rant mode there, from there, the canister sets largely integrated with the play pattern, less so the lore, as they would mostly be designed to incorporate the gimmick of the year. The Vizirac and Toa Hordegas that their canisters would double as a means of storing extra rotutu spinners.
I remember that.
The Piraka and Toa and Nika sets, their canisters would store the ammunition for their launchers, and so on. As time went on, the canisters grew to be less and less relevant to the play pattern.
Unfortunate. But expected. There's only so much you can do with a canister the toy came in.
And to their credit, they kept it going as long as they really feasibly could have. The Toa Mari's packaging was absolutely fucking whack, though. They didn't necessarily have canisters. They had poly bags inside of frames.
What?
It was like a bag that contained all their parts, held inside of this big old frame with a little whole piece of cardboard that had the image of the toy and the barcode and everything. This still kind of integrated into the play pattern, as in the instructions they advertised using that cardboard frame as like a makeshift vehicle for the Toa to sit in, while mounting their Kodak revolving blasters to it.
Huh.
This did not stick around, and they went back to using slightly more traditional canisters, albeit not in the traditional canister shape after that. Like, it was a stretch to call them canisters at that point, because they had stopped being cylindrical at the point we got the Piraka in 2006. I mean, Piraka were still kind of cylindrical, but it was like this weird, almost teardrop shape.
These guys aren't who I thought they
It went from being a cylinder to like this weird oval thing.
Getting out of here next chance.
And each year after that, they'd get increasingly. It is what it is, but like it is weird when you look back at it.
Yeah.
Trev didn't see the kid and got popped. I took care of Tawny right then and put one in Thor before he saw her fall.
There's a reason that the first 3 years are considered the golden years, because
He was in pretty rough shape.
nothing was left out. The packaging the toy came in was part of the play experience. The toy itself had multiple functions, from just straight building it and using the little gear function to, oh, you've taken it apart and combined them with other sets to make entirely new things, to the collection aspect of the various masks. Bless you.
Thank you.
Worst part of it is, even the Phantom kind of acknowledges, it was lightning in a bottle. They tried to make it work a second time, it failed due to a variety of circumstances. There's a reason we haven't had a Gen 3 yet. And that's because Gen 2 failed so spectacularly, no retail would, in their right minds, have to carry these things. LEGO would be getting their money by the retailer asking to buy the set in bulk to then regain that cost by selling the sets. That's how it's always worked. The store in question buys the toys in bulk to then sell the toys individually and that cost. Both parties make a profit if they sell well. So what happens if nobody's buying? the store that's selling them directly to the general public isn't in selling these things and thus not making a profit, they stop buying these things in bulk from the toy manufacturer, who in turn start losing their profit from making these things. I guess it's a domino effect. I don't know what else to call it. But that's how a lot of toy lines end up dying. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're basically knee-deep in, like, Lovecraftian bullcrap over here.
We're in Lovecraft country right now, boyo.
Remind me to get the Holy Water Super Soaker.
Oh, we got a Reaver.
Right now, we are in literally and metaphorically one of the darkest places in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And to think that whole ramble I just went on was started because I wanted to share that bit of canisters.
You're fine, man. You're fine.
So, I may have made mention before of the Matoran of Light and their situation within the universe.
I remember.
Well, the Order of Matsunui had good reason to fear for their safety. As there's not one but two Matoran types victim to exactly what the Order was fearing for the Matoran of Light. Because their particular elements were so hecking devastating when they became Toa.
Oh.
That the Makuta decided to wipe them out as much as they could. What were these two elements? Nothing much, just iron and gravity.
Ha ha ha!
Yeah. Matoran of iron and Matoran of gravity. And both for different reasons. Toa of gravity are just broken as hell. As demonstrated when Hugi, who was a Matoran of Stone and later Toa of Stone, gained a mask of gravity. He noted how it felt like he was cheating through most of the encounters to just use the mask of gravity to effectively neutralize a threat without incurring any damage. Because keep in mind, you're not affecting a gravity within the local area, you are affecting gravity, like, with pinpoint precision with this mask. And there are Toa who can just do that without the need of the extra mask.
Yikes.
Remember that 300-foot long eel I mentioned in the past?
Yes.
Hugi tied it in a literal knot.
Huh.
As for the Torrent of Iron, well, let me put it to you this way. The survivors who remain have been rebranded as Ninra Ghosts and are some of the most infamous weapons manufacturers in the Matoran universe. They have a similar reputation as Planet X or Transformers Cybertron. If you can think of it, they've already thought of it, made it, and spawned it into something better.
Lovely.
We must have been trying to trap food here. I recognize.
In fact, a great many Toa tools are made by these guys.
That must be where he headed. If not, at least I get a roof tonight. Don't like the look of this place. Don't like the smell. Gives me the creeps. Don't want to risk a shot at the crows till I know what's in there. Sneaking in tonight. The raiders told spook stories about zombies in the ruins. Never saw anything like that where I come from. Lord help me. They're real. Not quite what Thor said, but close. These things look... I think they really used to be people.
The majority of living Torrent of Iron
I didn't think it was...
live in a land called Artaka, named after its caretaker,
I think he was becoming like that. Didn't know it was him
who
until...
was the ultimate blacksmith
I just need to go.
of his universe.
Can't forget the book. All I have left of him. It's warm against the stone. I'll just rest a while. Sharp knife. Sharp knife to send him to Deep Temple. Play and say my words. Abdul comes again on the feast of the weaker. Feast for the Deep Temple. Born again. Here. Al-Hazaret. Yet. Yet.
Well, that was encouraging.
Poor Jamie. He went to find his father and, well,
He succeeded.
he
Which
succeeded
was
in
quite possibly the worst possible outcome.
yeah, he succeeded in the worst possible way.
So, Artaka. Quick rundown on him. Blacksmith. Brothers to Karzani, the bionicle version of Satan.
Right.
Holder of the Mask of Creation. The being responsible for building the Toa Mata, later Toa Nuva, from raw materials instead of transforming them from Matoran.
So he's essentially their dad.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Had the Matoran universe possessed such a concept, they would probably refer to him as such.
Alright, folks. Oh, there's Jamie. Bye, Jamie.
Rest now, Jamie, you're free.
Oh, great, a Reaver. God, I hope not.
That other one went down way too easy to be a Reaver.
It was a roamer, I think.
Unless you want to bet that Reaver is Jamie's dad. I'd offer 3 bottle caps, but that would imply I had 3 bottle caps.
If I had a bottle cap for every time we found someone's dad.
We'd have more than we think, I believe.
If I had a bottle cap for every time I found someone's dad, I'd have enough to buy the Lucky 38.
Wow.
Alright.
Speaking of which, if Benny gives you trouble, just tell him you know Courier 7. He'll know.
I still absolutely love that my brother got this for me. Freaking platinum chip. That's so... like, oh my god. Now I just need a
Real
Pip
beauty,
Boy.
that one.
Now I just need a Pip Boy, and I could be the I could cosplay as the
The Courier.
Yep. Was it Courier 6 or Courier 7?
The Courier in the game is Courier 6. I call myself 7 to avoid confusion.
Ah.
One of my many alternate faces, that was a Black Ops on Uber that really showed him you do not mess with a black cat.
Alright, so now we're getting the fuck out of here, and I'm gonna go find a doctor.
Yeah, in that particular playthrough as Black Ops on Uber, I was Chaos Incarnate.
Hey,
If I hadn't sided with Mr. House, I'd have probably ended up in
Sick. You
New
don't look
Vegas.
sick, and you sure as I
And really, the only reason that this particular Black Automon ended up siding with Mr. House was because he's paying my bills.
all better now.
Finally, no longer addicted to Med-X.
yes?
Maybe now we can get addicted to Jet instead.
Welcome home, sir.
Listen up, children. This stuff's important. Listen, kiddos. Never forget the importance of periodic weapon maintenance. Rifle, pistol, baton, I don't care which. If your weapon is
But seriously though, in the olden times, you could get addicted to Nuka-Cola and stim packs.
I am aware.
Which is like, isn't that lovely? The most convenient means of getting your health back up from I am about to fall over with stiff breeze is also potentially addictive.
Should probably cash in those fingers.
Well, that was sentence
Now let's see. Where was the regulator HQ? There it is.
What's funny is that with the stuff you have in your home, you could probably just detoxify yourself and remove addictions without needing to spend money.
Fair. Just the first
But
thing.
it's better for Megaton.
Yeah. I saved their ass and they gave me free shit, but like I'm still gonna pay.
Man, imagine how convenient that would have been if a sentry bot had realized you weren't a threat to it and that was not to fire on you. Because I can only imagine it was, you know, the regulators one. Also, fleeing, what's the...
They always do this. Because of the monsters outside.
Of course.
Where did she go? Do not freaking tell me she ran out the damn door. She fucking did.
Or worse, she no-clipped into the back rooms. I hate that place.
Are you seriously telling me the fucking Brahmin are triggering these guys?
Well, you shot them and they turned hostile. Which is complete bull. No pun intended.
There! The evil cows are dead!
Have you brought tale? The unrighteous will fall. So many of the unjust have been dispatched, but so many remain. But ever still, word reaches me that you have gone far beyond what we've asked. Good deeds should not go unrewarded, and so I will add on a bonus to your normal bounty. Nothing. Nothing at all. They only serve to mark the fact that justice has been done. While we trust our members not to take innocent
Brian
lives
did
for
nothing
profit,
wrong. These
having a
regulators
record
are
of the deed is
sissies.
sometimes necessary. While we don't have liars in our midst, occasionally we all embellish a bit. Regulate.
Oh.
Good.
Time to go back to Point Lookout. And then probably put a buckshot into Black Hall. Black hole.
You shouldn't be here.
Oh, this occult nonsense was below you.
Don't play at what you misunderstand, troglodyte. Get out.
Quite literally below him. That shit's underground.
And, well, the Black Hall family dies with you. Let this place rot. I mean, more so than it already has, but you get my meaning.
Wish I had a means to burn it down. Which, on the one hand, is a shame. More people could move in and actually turn this place into something nice. But on the other hand, this place is tainted.
I was about to say, when it comes to Lovecraft, or just cosmic horror in general, if a place has been touched by this type of evil, it will never be clean again.
That's why I say probably the best course of action is to burn it down.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame this place got touched by evil because, again, under different circumstances, that could have housed at least one family, maybe two.
How big it is? With how big it was, potentially 3.
That stupid son of a bitch. Like, there is no joke. That guy was probably one of the dumbest NPCs to ever live.
Dude, Black
Not
Hole?
in the conventional sense of stupid, but in the sense of getting the wrong idea in his head and sticking with it. Choosing to side with cosmic evil and not seeing anything wrong with that. This is the place where you would harvest all the wild fungi you'd ever need for the Moonshine quest.
Which I believe we still haven't finished.
No, I don't believe we have. Especially since there technically is no finish to the quest. You can keep going back to brew more. Some days my kingdom for a fat man.
My kingdom for an alien blaster.
I might be able to hook you up.
I still can't believe we got the Fire Lance. Like, that shit is rare.
Uh-huh. I still have yet to get that thing in any of my playthroughs. Damn.
You know what? That's an appropriate response. A stranger's in your house, taking your food. And it's also not Christmas. So yeah, I will give it to the tracker. This is an appropriate response. I am breaking into his house.
unfortunately, this is a action RPG, so this is all mine now. Unless I don't want it, then it's yours.
Oh, speaking of Fat Man, here's a mini nuke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it ain't my favorite out of town. We need to. Wild fruit, eh? Just as good, if a slight weak. Brewing low and slow, sweetie. Process takes about a day. Why don't you come back in a piece?
And now we have to wait a full 24 hours. Not that that's gonna be a problem with all the activity in this part of the world. You know, while we're at it, we should probably investigate those tribal guys over at the Arkansas Cathedral.
Yeah, that's probably our bet. That should probably be our next move.
After all, they might know something about that Nadine girl that we were supposed to find. We waited in the wrong place!
Well, if it ain't my brewing.
Okay, okay. I get it. Wait inside. Oh, it's almost Christmas. December 23rd, 2277.
So yeah, a good
My.
253 years in the future?
Here's your pay and a cut of the batch. Don't be a stranger.
And now you can come back whenever you have the ingredients to make more.
Yep. I don't know. Oh, we finally get snow, huh? After all the rain we've had, we finally get some snow in this goddamn game. Thanks, mod.
Well, it is close to Christmas. In universe.
Yeah.
Okay, so breaking character to talk a little bit about this DLC. While I understand the choice not to put Evolve here, I do kind of think it was a missed opportunity. Oh yeah, when you deal with these guys, you might want to check that out.
Check what?
But there was supposed to be like a crashed truck or something nearby. Something about a light bulb. Might be closer to the cathedral. Like I said, it might be closer to the cathedral. I'm trying to remember where it is.
Well, we're still making our way to the cathedral, so...
'Cause,
Truck
like, if memory
wreckage.
serves. Yeah, if memory serves, there's like a spare light bulb in the wreckage of a truck that we need to plug into the lighthouse to get it up and running again.
Got the light bulb.
I know we were probably supposed to talk to somebody about how to quest for that, but it makes it easier just to stumble onto the light bulb.
Let me just place a marker here for the Point Lookout Lighthouse. Well, this is fancy for a cult.
Look, who goes there? Who lingers at the threshold of transcendence?
I seek the wisdom of your people. May I join your tribe?
What's this? A humble traveler, seeking the guidance of our awakened minds. Truly, this is a glorious day. You are from far away, and must be strong indeed to have traveled this far. But strength is nothing without the guidance of the enlightened mind. If you seek entry, you must be prepared to expand your consciousness. You must prove yourself worthy to transcend.
I have no fear. I'll take your test and I will be victorious.
You may not be so brave when you face the ritual of the Mother Seed. Stronger souls than you have attempted it, and lost their minds. Venture west to the Great Bog, and within you shall find the Mother of all Hunger Fruit. She stands taller than a man, and her vines guide our future. Collect her seeds, and kneel before her wisdom. Only then will you be ready to enter these sacred halls.
Well then, guess we're going to the lighthouse after all.
You know, as fucked up as these last few days have been, they've helped. They've helped a lot.
At least there's that. Like I told you, a change of scenery, a change of pace, it can do you some good. So I would recommend caution when going to this Mother of all Punga they were talking about.
Is it
A little
dangerous?
something I noticed. A little something I noticed when you were harvesting those wild ones for the moonshine. They give off traces of a potentially toxic gas. More like a knockout gas as a defense mechanism, but still. If we do end up going on this little quest of theirs to get in there and hopefully find this 18 person, I advise being careful because the filters in your helmet are only really good for radiation. Gases tend to get through.
Ah, great. Okay, no, we're not ending there, god damn it. Fucking game.
Yeah, we are indeed not ending here. We're still a half an hour away from the time.
We still gotta go back to the we still have to go to the church. Oh, we gotta do all that all over again. Oh my god.
Also getting that light bulb.
Yep.
If I might make a recommendation, if we're going straight to the lighthouse after the cathedral there, maybe fast travel to the Burning Mansion.
Good idea.
As I recall, the lighthouse was just off the shore. Or just down the shore, rather.
Second again. And he's gone.
You know what's funny? When I try to scan him, he really, really messes with my sensors.
Weird.
Like, the same kind of interference I got over at the Dunwich building.
Okay, that is concerning.
I don't know if he's some eldritch entity or a ghost or just really honking radioactive. But at least we can safely say he's on our side.
Yeah. For now, at least. He just shows up, shoots whatever we're shooting at, and just disappears.
Look, who goes there? Who lingers at the threat?
I'm just gonna blast past this since we've already did that, and then
What's funny is, in the brief instances I can connect to the satellites up there, I have heard talk of a similar phenomenon happening out west.
out west, really?
Some couriers have reported seeing that mysterious stranger, they call him. In fact, I've seen 2 separate versions of that report. Evidently, there is an alternative version of that stranger that has been named Misfortune by the handful of folks who have seen her.
Huh.
There's understandably not much in the realm of information on either. They show up, they shoot whoever the person they're helping is shooting at, they vanish on a street.
That sounds about right.
And that is just sad. Huh. Got the strange readings coming from this place, but underground?
Really hoping there aren't any more surprises.
Well, if it's any consolation, we need to go up, not down anyway. From the records I pulled up here, and just from, minor observation, I can assume this place was a popular tourist destination before the war.
Oh, by all the cameras, I'd say you're right.
Fascinating. Huh. We still have holotapes from the Operation Anchorage City.
Don't
Range.
tell Evelyn. The password? Buttercup. Why?
keep these as souvenirs.
Picked up a holotape note, but didn't show up. Oh well. Yeah, that's definitely bright. Well, we fixed the lighthouse.
At least we can feel good about this. We did all passing aquatic vessels a favor. With the lighthouse functional again, it's gonna be that much easier to navigate during storms or at night. Or at night during a storm.
And I'm sure the ferryman will be oh so happy for more competition.
Hey, it's better for business.
Alright.
Well, better for the customers anyway. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So, depends on how much you're willing to hold breath. But from what I'm scanning, there's possible treasure caches underneath those buoys.
Oh boy.
You know, you'd think for all the advancements they put into these suits of power armor, they'd think to add a rebreather.
You would think. You would think. Oh shit. Let's go find this Mother Punga, or whatever the hell they called it.
Forgot how much I hated bloat flies.
Same. Tracker all the way
They're
over there.
nasty little buggers.
Not bother with that
Like-
for now.
Did you know that what they're shooting at you is their larvae?
Yes, unfortunately.
Repulsive little things. You know, why does nature have to be so disgusting sometimes?
If I knew, I'd tell you, buddy.
turrets in the area. You're practically a surgeon with these shotguns, man.
Thanks. Didn't think I'd like the shotgun so much, but hey, here we are.
Everything has their time and place. It just happens that in a post-apocalypse, shotguns have a lot of them.
And it broke.
Is that a Marler King or something?
What?
They're testing more varieties of Mirelurks than we've been seeing.
Whoa! Swamp lurk?
I've done my best to label these guys so your heads-up display will be able to identify them.
Oh, thanks for that.
These things, from what I gather, they're a subspecies of Mirelurk King. Strange psionic blasts and all.
Great, more psychic crabs.
At least they're not Nukalurks.
At least they're not.
I've been hearing lots of reports of those guys from the various Nuka-Cola plants. You know, the further we get into this place, the more I get a sense of foreboding. Something very clearly used to live here.
Gonna have to repair a lot of my equipment soon.
Indeed. You're just lucky that I managed to find a way to apply the VAT slowdown mechanic to let you use your stim packs.
Oh shit.
know, all this considered, we've been unreasonably lucky so far.
Wow. You mean since we got here, or just overall? Because I would argue that we've not been that lucky.
Specifically since entering this location, all these mire works, there's... It's absurd that we haven't seen a Mirelurk queen yet. I hope it stays that way personally, because they are not too pleasant.
Last thing we need to do is fight a queen out of all of this.
Yeah. I don't need no crab kaiju, thank you.
Although, with this being Maryland, well, what's left of Maryland, you'd think there'd at least be one.
Perhaps she's down in the nest.
Maybe.
Either way, I don't want to tempt fate any more than we already have. Those things.
Alright, it is too dark to see anything.
We've found our destination.
I'm aware, but
This is the Mother Punga. Just be careful when extracting seeds. They could be volatile.
I'm gonna wait until at least we have a little bit of light. That being said, I'm gonna go get another soda.
We'll be right back, folks.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
And only an hour has passed in game. Oh my god.
Well, the time scale, that makes sense. Like, a minute in there is a second out here. You want to gone for like a minute.
Fair. So I've been playing Elden Ring.
How was it?
It is hard as fuck. But
Yeah, that tracks.
it is from Software. It is a Souls game. If I remember correctly, the writer of Game of Thrones helped work on this. The books, not the show.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, no, it was the books.
So you want to see me say something that'll get me lynched by the Bionicle?
Sure.
We've been referring to Metro Blue by the wrong name all these years. See, when we reached the Metro Nui years, the colors of the plastics had changed. The red and blue and the green had all gotten darker. Like, stuff like that. It led to these colors being named Metro Red, Metro Blue, etc.
Mm-hmm.
We've been referring to Metro Blue by the wrong name all this time because it did not originate in 2004 with Metro Nui. I posit we call this shade of blue Holly Blue now. Because Holly's Matorn set in 2003 was the first Bionicle set to my knowledge this shade of blue.
Alright, time to get the Punga seeds. Oh! Fuck.
Callan? Callan?
I'm good. I'm okay. What the fuck?
Callan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear ya.
He's unresponsive.
I'm right here. Meiku, can you hear me?
Who are you? Wait. It's you!
What the hell is going on?
Don't you touch me! Don't you!
Meiku? Okay. What the hell? You found a Schmult Tech limited edition bubblehead. Inscription on the base reads, Tisk Tisk. Walked right into another trap. Exactly how stupid are you? What? This is not normal. Son of a bitch. We just started doing some good shit and you're not doing this to me, game.
that's why you save scum in Bethesda games.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Gotta go through all of that again.
This is unfortunate, because, like, that was probably, like, best acting there with the rage of the terror.
Yeah. We'll just put a pause on that until we can get back to it.
All things considered, you want to see if you can get your gear repaired before you go in?
You know what? That's probably a good idea.
Like, leaving the in-character stuff aside until we can pick up where you left off.
And we're
Like-
close. We're close to 2 hours, but we're gonna keep going, if only because.
Like, we had some good character shit going there.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be damned if a glitchy game and a time limit is gonna halt that.
Greetings once again. Of course, I learned many tricks from my father.
And just to make sure, we're gonna go to Haley's as well.
Y'all here to buy something? I ain't met the gun I couldn't fix. That's what I'm here for.
Alright. Let's try this again.
That's right, I'm just throwing grenades at the fish man.
So, yeah. After they introduced Holly Blue in 2003, almost all blue sets from there on would use that shade until 2009.
Interesting.
We wouldn't see the return of what fans lovingly call Mata Blue until about the second half of 2009. Until 2009 in general. I almost forgot about the Agori set barracks. Similarly, Mata Red, the original shade of red we saw in the first 3 years, would have an extended break until 2009. However, Mata Green, to my knowledge, never did make a return. At least not in the original Bionicle. Lime Green definitely made a few comebacks, though. And boy, were some of those lime green pieces cursed. Short version. I think it was something to do with the plastic they used to make those lime green pieces, but they were especially brittle in comparison to other parts. You'd be hard pressed to find a lime green piece that isn't cracked somewhere. It's not quite gold plastic syndrome, but for the lime green stuff, but it does feel like it's Sunday.
Damn.
It makes every 2007 Holly Mari set feel like a goddamn time bomb. Let alone the Liwa Nuva set from the following year. Funny enough, there are some particularly rare LEGO colors that appeared in Bionicle that got very quickly discontinued, which are... it's pretty sad because some of those colors are...
What colors?
So, here's one that's particularly rare for Bionicle. Purple. As far as I know, only a handful of sets in Bionicle used purple pieces, and all of them were in 2001.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
The only two I can think of off the top of my head that used purple pieces in G1 Bionicle, I'm specifying here, G1 Bionicle, were the Tohunga Onipu, otherwise known as Matoran Onipu, Happy Meal Matoran Onipu, the 2001 Villager of Earth set. and the Nui Jaga set, which was a pair of Nui Jaga scorpions, one of which used the purple.
All right, we're back in it.
Alright. Cinematic mode returns.
Fuck is going on? Description on base reads: this is one situation you're not going to be able to fight your way out of. Like, I'm going to listen to an imaginary bobblehead. Are those violins? In the tree? What? Keep it up. You're almost there. Wherever there may be. Probably nowhere. That's inspiring. What the heck? What the fuck? Ugh. My head. Those quantum bottles? They're exploding. What's going on? This isn't funny. How everything you get isn't it funny how everything you get close to ends up leaving? It's not funny at all. Shut the fuck up. What the hell? It's upside down? This doesn't look right. Not right at all. Why does it hurt to look at this? No. No. What? My kid looked like that. I'd abandoned it too. No. Flat line. I can hear the flat line. Why can't I hear the flat line? Megaton? Dead mother, life in a post-nuclear wasteland and not a friend in it. Yeah, you're not exactly blessed. Burke.
No, don't try and get out of bed. You only hurt yourself.
Ah! What? Ah! Where am I? What happened? Miku?
On inspection, your Pip Boy has been turned off.
Someone turn this off. Oh, come on.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a little while, AJ.
Come on, Miku. Wake up. Wake up.
You fiddle with the switches, and power slowly fades back on.
Oh my God, thank God you're okay.
He got you.
Who?
The ferryman.
What?
Right after you plucked a Punga seed and got a face full of knockout gas, the ferryman dragged you off. Had this horrifying grin on his face.
What happened? My head is shaved?
I had to just sit there and watch before he shut me off. He took part of your brain.
That's what that was. First, the cathedral. They're the ones that set me on that quest in the first place. And then I'll take my pound of flesh from the ferryman.
You are welcome to our tribe.
Right on. This was not okay.
You do not want to know what I saw
Truly,
while I
the
was
Mother
under.
Punga has bestowed her wisdom upon you, and your mind has been expanded.
No, I really don't.
What happened to me? Why does my head hurt so much?
That is merely the sensation of your consciousness rushing to embrace its true potential. It is the feeling of having no boundaries, no limits. Yea, though your body will bear the scars of the ritual, your soul shall be forever strengthened by the experience. You are now welcome in our cathedral. Enter, enlightened brother.
Who leads this
Leader?
tribe?
That would be Jackson, a man of great wisdom. He has withdrawn to his cavern of communion, the better to contemplate the unknowable. Only the righteous are trusted to know where this nexus of understanding lies. And alas, I am not so blessed. Alas, only the worthy may enter his nexus of meditation. It does not seem fit to enlighten me.
Pseudo-religious
We
bullshit.
espouse the expansion of the perfect mind, and the rejection of the corrupt physical. The material world is destroyed and imperfect. We seek to release our minds from their tainted cages, so as to find a better world. Our most enlightened one
If
divine
this is
that the
supposed to be
fates
enlightenment,
themselves
you can
did
leave us in
decree
the underground.
mansion must be burnt to the ground. It is a gift from the earth itself, in acknowledgement of our perfect balance with nature and the higher planes. She recognizes that we seek to leave behind the corrupt physical, and she nurtures us in our quest.
Okay, I gotta go.
This is wrong. All of
You are
this
new,
wrong.
and you are welcome. I am Croatoa.
This was supposed to be
I
a
am
little
not
vacation,
so
a little
new.
break, just to help you get your mind off of, I never meant for it to turn into this.
Not here.
It's not your fault, Miku.
We dream of a better world, not falling apart like ours. And when we find a dream that makes
That
us
ferryman's
forget
gonna
this
pay.
world, we dream
I have
that
to
we do
claw my
not
way out of
have
the pit boy to do
wake
it.
up.
He's gonna pay.
Look to Jackson, but do not strain to see him here. Jackson is... That hill is holy. It must be cleared. Jackson told us this. Some went to fight. I stayed with Punga. Punga does not fight. Punga grows where it can. Punga knows what is important. Be well.
If anything, that little experience I had put a few things into perspective.
Bottle cap for your thoughts.
People who are gone are still with me.
Transcend.
Mind at ease.
Please wait until my meditations are complete.
Yeah,
Escape.
that's a good way to look at it.
Mine. Looks like another newbie in the tribe. And still able to string together whole sentences. Ain't you the lucky one?
Nice to meet someone else who isn't crazy.
Hey now, I might still be 10 kinds of crazy. You don't even know me, and you can't tell just from looking. I could be friendly till she stabs you in the neck kind of crazy. Then where'd you be, smart Alec? All surprised and stabbed, that's where. But I'm not a vegetable, so I'm sane enough. The rest weren't so lucky when they got their heads cut open. You sure you're feeling okay in there? You might want to check your head for a scar. We all get 'em after going to that bog. You know, the last part of the ritual. After you pass out, they get a guy to bring you back, cut open your skull, and free your mind. As in, he rips out a bit of your brain. It's supposed to be the part that holds you back, but that doesn't always work out so good. Anyway, you look like a lively one, so welcome to the tribe. My name's Nadine.
Wait, Nadine? Your mother asked me to find you.
Look, it's not that I don't want to go home or anything. I mean, I love my ma, even if she does make me want to claw my eyes out sometimes. It's just, I came out here to find a fortune, to make my mark, to be able to bring something with me when I do come back. If you see my mom again, let her know I'll be coming back eventually, just not quite yet.
Can you get rid of my scar?
You're a lucky one, and it probably didn't do any permanent damage. Scar will heal up on its own and you'll be good as new. Of course, you'll still be missing a chunk of brain, but it looks like you didn't need that bit anyway. Now, hold still, and I'll see if I can help you look like your old self again.
Who cut open my head?
Yeah, it's all a little fuzzy for me, but I've got a hunch. I'm gonna go do some snooping, see what I can figure out. Meet me by the riverboat in a day or so, and maybe I'll have something for you. Off at his magical thinking cave, I guess. We're not allowed to know where it is. He says we're not enlightened enough to understand. I swear that sort of stuff pisses me off so much. I thought joining would be all drugs and magic, but it's just the same crap as everywhere else. Guess that's why I trailed Jackson to his stupid mystery cave.
Doesn't sound like you're having much fun
I
here.
only been here a week or so, but I'm about ready to ditch this bunch of dummies. I already stole all the punga I could ever need. Hey, if you still want to know where Jackson's hiding, I can help you out. No reason for me to give a damn about this place, you know? His cave's under the cathedral, but it's hard to find. Use this key to get in through a wrecked ship down at the sea cliffs to the east. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That was all Jackson's crazy idea. I knew better than to volunteer for that suicide mission. Last time I wandered too close to that mansion, some old ghoul sicked his dogs on me. Screw that.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's what happened.
Yeah, enough gabbing. Let's move.
Alright. I don't think it was worth it, but
Yeah, enough gabbing. Let's move.
we got what Desmond wanted.
And now we need a little initiative. Maybe we should find this cave place first before we head back. was. I can think of a bunch of words for him, but I'm going to say zombie. Because, let's face it, anything considered human died long ago with him. Knowing him, he'd just yell at us for, why didn't you go and take the initiative yourself? Do I have to tell you?
Yeah, that sounds like what he'd do. Come on, Reaver.
I ever get out of it, boy, I swear to God, I'm finding you some in the dark. For everything you've been through, you damn well earned it.
Yeah. I call it a hunch, but I get the feeling my work's not done yet.
Yeah, probably not. Seems like being a good person in this world is a full-time job. One with shit pay, no benefits, and all of the horrible bosses.
Well, I wouldn't say no benefits. We have a home after all.
Yeah, there's that.
People are actually happy to see us when we walk into a settlement.
Yeah. Okay. Point taken, there are some benefits. You know, if the Enclave really cared about taming the wasteland and restoring order, you'd think they'd have been through here.
You'd think. Alright, I think this is it.
Oh, there's some stuff in here.
Stuff we can hopefully avoid. And this is what I get for being hopeful.
Oh good, a concussion. Just what we needed on top of the impromptu surgery.
At last, yes! Desmond will die, and our long struggle will finally end the only way it could have, with me as the victor!
What the fuck?
No, not astral knowledge, you simpleton. Psychic
I recommend a
domination, and
stealth
that's still
boy or
impossible
something.
until you destroy Desmond's jamming device.
No need to worry, Enlightened One. We shall reconsecrate the mansion and remove the impurities disrupting your perfect guidance.
Yes, fine. Go destroy the house and its impurities. Just stop that jammer and I'll be free of you morons once and for all.
Yes, we shall be free of all limitations. Thank you, Master. We shall be the instrument of your mighty will.
So you're the
Well, that explains the signal I started sensing from the freaking.
drooling all over yourself. I can work with that. Now then, perhaps you can be more useful than that simpering spiritualist and his...
That's what's underneath the freaking lighthouse?
What the hell are you?
What you are interacting with is merely a holographic projection, and a rather clumsy one at that, but it's all I can manage at the moment. As for myself, you gaze upon one of America's greatest minds, preserved through the miracles of science. Much more elegant than shambling on as some rotting corpse for all eternity, don't you agree?
I'm sure Stannis Braun would highly agree with you if I didn't leave him screaming alone in his simulation.
He thinks I'm some sort of god, and I have no reason to disabuse him.
Okay, breaking character for a moment. I wish you could mention Dr. Braun.
Regardless, I trust you can be more effective than he has been. I need your help on the troublesome...
But consider you can do this before you ever encounter him.
Destroyed and his jamming device neutralized immediately. More than you could possibly imagine with your squishy pink mind. But the only pressing matter at the moment is a device in his possession. He has a jammer that limits my projection range to this pathetic cave. Remove that and I can extend my reach so much further. Killing Desmond would be a nice plus, but I'm sure we...
What do you know about Desmond?
Desmond. That bag of bones and bile will pay dearly for his trespasses. Were it not for his interference, I would still have a body. Still, its absence is only honed my brilliance, so perhaps I owe him my thanks. An appreciation I'll show in the form of a quick and messy death.
Did you tell the tribals to attack the mansion?
Of course I did, but that moron thought it was one of his adult visions. The real goal was to destroy the ghoul's jamming device. Honestly, those fools aren't worth the meat they're made of. A minion that can't follow directions is no use at all.
I have to go.
Pointless as it is to say, I don't trust him. I don't
Yes,
trust that
fellow seeker.
brain as far as I could throw Vault 101.
Be well.
Okay, there's got to be a quicker way out of this place.
Well, there's that ladder.
Ladder?
If I've got my geographical coordinates right, it should lead right up and out the well. That's right next to the cathedral.
Huh. Would you look at that? All right.
Makes me wonder why we didn't just try going down the well in there in the place.
Might have been locked.
Hey, just in time. found out who went rooting around in our skulls, and you'll never guess who it was.
I
As
already
a
know.
totally unrelated hint, I'm in charge of his boat now.
Wait, no. What did you do?
I consider it payment for what he did to my poor sliced up brain. I was gonna do the same to him, but I figured you'd want the honor. Seems that when the tribals would send someone to the swamp, he'd be waiting around to nab 'em when the Pungaseeds gassed 'em. He'd do his amateur surgery for the tribals and let us wander back, all in exchange for punga fruit to trade. Sweet little deal he had going on.
Bastard.
Yeah,
Smart woman.
he seemed nice enough, didn't he? I wouldn't have figured it out if I hadn't snuck into his engine room while waiting for you. From the look of it, he kept every bit of gray matter he cut out, and he had quite a collection. You can take a look if your stomach's up to it.
Considering Punga
And
has
while you're in
a
there, feel
nice
free
little
to give
radiation
Tobon my
removing
love,
quality to it, I can
preferably
see
with
why
the
he's
sharp end of
rated.
a hot knife.
Remind me not to mess with you.
Damn right. Now why can't the rest of the world figure that one out? So that leaves me with a boat, a load of punga, and a wicked scar. Damn if I haven't earned that adventure I came out looking for. Think I'll take over running this ship. I can travel as I like and always head back to the wasteland to see Mom. Not a bad way to live, huh? Of course, you can always ride for free.
You know what, Nadine? I appreciate that. Now, if you excuse me. Where is that bastard?
Well, if it isn't my favorite...
Shut the
I would-
fuck up! You're a dead man, you son of a bitch.
Murder? Really, what would your father say? I thought he raised you better than that.
You don't get to talk
You
to
had an
me about
awful
my
lot to
father.
say about him when you were unconscious. And from the sound of it, he'd be very, very disappointed in what you've become. Sounds like he didn't spank you enough as a kid. Found you.
Son of a bitch.
We've faced a lot of bad men in our time, but he was by far one of the worst.
Wait a minute, is this? I don't believe it. Huh. Wow. Fucking hell.
We having fun
I can
yet?
confirm. This is yours.
Oh. Now that we've dealt with that asshole, it's time to go deal with the rotted asshole. Alright, Desmond, you piece of shit, where are you?
I knew it. I knew that little bastard was behind all this. After all these years, he stuck his head out, and this is my chance to cut it off. Figuratively speaking, of course.
So who is this brain thing, anyway?
Him. I should have known. My old rival, so close to his family home. Only he would be so stupid. He was once a man, Professor Calvert. The Calverts owned half of Maryland, back when there was a Maryland to own. Members of the Calvert family were influential all over the world. They practically owned a deed to the US government. In their best days, there were no less than 3 Calvert family senators, 7 members of the House, and 2 governors. They even had a top candidate for president, until that scandal with the dog forced them to drop out of the race. I was particularly proud of that one.
What's going on
Calvert
here?
is my old rival. Centuries we've played this game. I knew he'd be stupid enough to hide so close to his family home. It's not a matter of hate. It's a matter of destiny.
He is my enemy, and I do not suffer any bastard who opposes me to live. I knew he was here, and it is my intent to find him and call down a righteous fucking hammer on his head. Figurative, I mean. His head.
So now you want me to do something else, right?
Of course I fucking want you to do something else. You don't expect me to trot around this mud hole myself, do you?
Right, you're mean, we get it.
You're goddamn right I am. Now let's get on with the work, shall we?
What do you want me to do? Oh no. Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
So, those half-wits are getting messages from the professor, right? So he's off somewhere broadcasting to them. But without those buggers to do things for him, he can't do much for himself. So, we cut off his ability to talk to them, and he'll need to try harder. Maybe then I can find this squishy little worm and finish him off for good.
So what's your plan, old man?
I know Professor Calvert, and I do. He's using a high-frequency cognitive sign broadcast. I have the perfect device to jam up his little talk box. All you need to do is take it to the highest point on the shore and install it. Easy, right?
Yeah, that seems about right. That's the signal I've been observing.
The big wheel down by the docks, right?
Right. Attach it to the bottom car, then turn it on and spin the jammer to the top. No fucking problem. I'll watch from here and turn it on. Then we'll see where our little professor is. Now, go.
You know, Decimus not nearly as smart as he thinks he is. If he believes that a 200-year-old Ferris wheel is going to just magically start moving because we happen to flip a switch.
Yeah, I don't think he understands how technology works.
I'd be surprised if there was even a power supply left for it to draw from.
Well, let's get this done.
Evil books, brain surgery. Some vacation this was.
Great.
But aren't you Desmond's faithful little employee? Coming to gum up my work, are we? Well, I have a better idea. How about instead of playing his game, you destroy that nasty little device? Deposit it in the nearby trash compactor and we will never have to worry about it again. I assure you that the gratitude of Professor Calvert is worth a great deal more than that of a washed-up old limey.
Bastard's more ego than intelligence. I've already looked all the way through what he's got. Dude has nothing he could offer you.
I was just about to ask what the play should be.
Put the transmitter up there.
You fool! What have you done? You will pay for this. Pay! No one betrays
Worst case
me.
scenario, the
You
wheel doesn't move and we just have to tell Desmond that it won't budge.
Oh, it looks like it's moving.
Fool. Both pay. I'm coming for.
Impressive. And now, we just have to fight our way out of here.
To the unenlightened.
So, I have a plan that's honestly I'm not sure either of us are in the right mental state to make the judgment call on. I say we play Desmond's game up until a point where he's about to win. Then we take both him and the brain out.
I like that plan.
Because let's be real, neither of them is a good thing for the world.
Found you. There you are.
This is all some kind of game to him. He said to himself. I don't like the idea of someone playing with people's lives like they were a piece of a chessboard just roaming free.
Me neither. Really, they got people posted up here? How did he miss?
Oh, we know that these troubles have parts of their brain scooped out. It's not exactly an precise science. I'm just thankful that you seem otherwise functional.
Yep. I'm just a lot more pissed off now.
Reasonably so. Honestly, when are we gonna come back to this stupid Ferris wheel? We could probably just leave.
I don't want to leave these guys here. They could do some real damage. Not just to the Ferris wheel, but to that woman in her shop,
Fair
too.
point. Alright, I'm working with the VATS as best I can. There's only so much I can do to make the shots more precise. You know what would be really heckin' useful right now? Those power armor jetpack mods that I've read so much about.
Those would be nice.
That brief time we spent into the Pentagon with the Brotherhood, I got to see a handy few bits of plans for power armor mods. There's some impressive stuff over in Boston if we can find our way over.
Certainly. Madame Panada is quite handy. I knew that's why you came to me.
Also, if we do end up traveling that far, I just got one big recommendation, I'll call it. Avoid Appalachia.
Got it. Oh! More of you?
From the records I was able to look at, there was some kind of plague back there a couple of centuries ago. And while it appears to have been mostly cleaned up, I can't guarantee there isn't some kind of rain could get you know.
Holy shit! Ah!
Especially because there's a bunch of active nuclear silos over there. Apologies, I was distracted. What happened?
The mansion blew up. There's nothing. There's barely anything left. Except for a hatch in the floor. Of course it.
And there's the entrance to the bunker I found.
That bastard. He killed my pups. Nearly killed me. For what? He doesn't have the body to fucking do it himself, so he tried to blow me up. Me? Well, this ends today. Desmond Lockhart.
I do believe this was the contingency Desmond was talking about.
He overplayed his hand this time. You and me are going to walk in there and end this.
So where is he?
The lighthouse. He's got a lab under there, the little fuck. Right under my nose the whole time. I found it when he boosted his signal to try to get through the jamming, when he sent those tribals to kill my poor pups. He's down there, hiding behind robots and machines, sucking life. Pathetic. He dies now.
Let's go in there and do this.
Now that's more like it. Follow me.
Knew there was something underneath that lighthouse.
What the hell? Panic room, though.
Yeah, it's super well stocked. Ammunition, Nuka-Cola, food, booze, ammo. Mentioned ammo twice.
Where the hell did he go? Really? You just... Whatever, Desmond. I could give less of a shit right now.
Let's just meet him inside the lighthouse.
So, for those wondering, I think we are just gonna wrap up. Gonna wrap this all up in this one stream because we're almost at 3 hours.
For being at 3 hours, we are almost at the end of the DLC.
So yeah.
One of the best ones that this particular game has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as opposed to Mothership Zeta, it's a wide open enough space to encourage exploration. It's also got that over the pit.
Keep up. He can't be far.
Even if the pit has the really f***ing well done moral dilemma. Also, I'd advise taking that turret out immediately. That's gonna end up being a problem.
Already taken care of.
Hurry up. Don't stop shooting. Hold still.
There's more useful crap in here than I thought.
Yeah. Might even be a workbench somewhere in here where we could make weapons. And at this rate, I wouldn't put it past those guys. Also, am I the only one who finds it a tad unnerving that there's an entire bunker with prison cells underneath a lighthouse?
Yeah, okay, that is a little fucked up. And again, we have seen worse.
Unfortunate, but true. And for that matter, Mr. Brainiac over here is so smart. Why do you... Like, if he's supposed to be as smart as he thinks he is, wouldn't he have put himself in a Robo-Brain body and left?
Maybe he's too attached to home. Well, then again, he did blow it up,
Or maybe
so
he's
maybe
just
not.
a fucking idiot.
Damn it. Trap. Look what we have here. Attack.
You may want to run. When I say
You won't bother anyone ever again.
Alright. Override security lock. Fuck! Okay,
you may want to run.
not liking what I'm seeing here. Ah!
Desmond fights like a man possessed. How many shots has he taken and he's still on his feet when he... Or not? Ah!
me tell you, does not feel any better with a piece of brain missing. If anything, it feels worse. A lot worse.
If it helps you feel any better, the piece you're missing was not vital for survival.
I mean, I figured that much, considering I'm still here. But that is good to know. Oh!
Who knows? Maybe with enough biogel, stim packs, and a whole lot of luck, Moira can put it back.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna leave it in the jar.
Sorry. Dark humor. Yeah, no, apologies. I was trying to use some dark humor to get us through this.
The last person I want rooting around my brain is Moira. And I think we found those prison cells you mentioned before.
Come on, he's not far.
Yeah. Probably a good thing to not let Moira root around in your brain. I remember the mutation she inadvertently caused. It's beneficial at least, but still.
Yep.
Come over here, boy. Let's talk. How dare you violate my inner sanctum? I demand that you exterminate Desmond at once.
I'm so sick of you. Both of you.
Your sickness is irrelevant. If you require it, I shall reward you.
Alright, don't even bother talking to them. Let's just get this over with.
Or I could just... What is it with you two anyway?
This is a rivalry that has lasted for centuries. You cannot possibly understand with your creatures of great power must collide. Destroy Desmond. Help me to end this and I will give you a reward.
You both give me a headache. I need to think about it.
You must decide. Do it now.
At last.
Now is our best chance. If we're gonna take them both out, we do it now.
This here and now.
Fair warning. From what I've been able to pick up, if you take them out in the wrong order, you're gonna have a lot of Securitron to deal with.
Alright, how am I taking out the brain?
Someone very special. This stranger
Honestly,
you want to let
the glass is pretty fragile.
Yes, Desmond, but whose side is he on? Do you know? Can you be sure? You always were so bad at choosing your allies.
It should be
see.
easy enough to blow it apart. Frankly, you could probably kill that thing with your fist if you wanted to.
At last, the world is rid of that sniveling. Just think of it. Everything he learned, everything he had, it's all here, and it's all mine. Mine.
Calm down there, you'll make a mess.
Moron, you cannot possibly comprehend. I've been battling with Calvert for over 200 years, and now 200 years of technology, knowledge, and research that he stole from me. Every time he...
So where's my cut?
You're free to take whatever you find. What I came... Enjoy your spoils. I don't think our paths will ever cross again.
Yeah, about that, Desmond.
We have...
Say hello to Satan for us.
Well then.
clothing. Not just the glasses, but the suit too. If it's got his name on it, they're unique.
I didn't see his name on it. And again, I am notoriously
Should
blind.
have been like a Desmond suit and Desmond's eyeglasses.
Now then, what's down here? Huh. The mighty Calvert. Reduced to nothing.
Want to punt it like a football?
Nah. See, it says dirty pre-war business wear.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
I do think that's about it. Don't think there's anything else.
Well then, if that's the case, I believe we have a Gek to get. Unless, of course, you want to investigate some more signals.
You know what? I think first we should just go home.
Good to see you again.
Got Nadine back, safe and sound.
Yes, thank you so much. And now that she's got this boat and carrying all this cargo, well, I can afford to
That's
actually
not all you've
pay
got out
you.
of it, though.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. That's going to do it for today. We ran a little longer than usual, but that's also because we were closer to finishing the DLC than I thought.
Ran into we not only that, we ran into repeated technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah. So, thank you all for watching. This has been Vegas Bear 92.
And Miku on.
And I don't know what's happening tomorrow.
Honestly, all things considered, I think everybody could use a break.
Yeah. But that is up to the whims of the burb.
Yeah,
Anyway.
fair enough.
Anyway, you know the shtick by now. Donate if you can. Donate if you can, or if you want to. Don't worry if you can't. Watch the streams, the YouTube, Vegas Bear, capital V, capital Bear.
Watch, engage, all that good shit.
Yep. And
Tell everyone you know. So,
Friends, family, enemies. The one weird guy down the street who keeps screaming the end is nigh. Actually, probably not him.
yeah. Stay safe. Stay comfy. Be good to each other.
Be good to each other.
And we'll see y'all next time. Peace!
And remember, if it's down to the fouled out zombie